What is going on, everybody? Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. Let me see what's going on. I see wow, we got a packed house here. Say what's going on, Holtz. What's up, Rouser? Thank you. I see you're tired. Obi Rose, Obi, you sent me the nicest note on Twitter. Thank you so much. I need to respond to you. But to tell you the truth, Obi Rose, you are probably the most talented person I know who does this. So thank you so much. Simpleton. Oh, Simpleton, back against the wall. Boston Celtics doesn't look good. Ambi, how's it going? Whit, great conversation earlier. Yes, and we can hear and see. Thank you. So I did it right. So y'all, I broke one of like right before this broke one of my little my light things. Something always goes wrong here, but it's okay. Look, the sun's out. Y'all can't see the purple lights yet. Remy's going crazy. So hopefully we can make it through this show. But y'all know it's not about my life or about me breaking things. It is about the person in the title there. It's about the community. And this person, Chills Gaming, Jersey's Finest. We don't even know. We don't even know what it is. We're going to ask him. We're going to find out about this gamer, this Elden Ring player. He will defend Elden Ring to the death. But it is Game of the Year, so he has a right to. But with that said, without further ado, I want to bring on today's guest. What is going on? Jersey?
Chill Jersey. Jersey chill.
It's Jersey. Doing all right. How are you?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Then I have a weekend. Stuff to look forward to. So I'm excited. I'm doing all right. Can't complain.
Oh no, can't complain.
No. So what's been going on? I know you've been busy. You've been gaming.
Yeah, I've been trying to game. I mentioned to everybody else that I work really hard during the week, so I try to get as much as game as I can. Right now I'm playing Far Cry 6 with my buddy. I gave him my Prime. He has a PS4 base. I know, right? PS4 base 2013 model. And I'm like, man, all right, since you don't have a PS5, it's, a little rough patch. I'm going to help you out. Get my Prime. And, I let him download all his games. I think he has PlayStation Plus Basic. And I have Premium. And, of course, I downloaded all of the games, added to my library. So he has a ton of games to rock. So right now we're playing Far Cry 6. A little bit of Bloodborne, some Destiny, may get back into the new season that just dropped. What else? Destiny, Far Cry. I don't even know. This is like Ghost of Tsushima I'm going to try to get into again. You know what I mean? So there's so many games, but that's what I've been trying to do after work a little bit. The weekend, Saturday, Sunday is really when I really can game up, really, for like 8 hours. So, yeah.
8 hours. No, I hear you. So Far Cry 6, gotta let me know. I am intimidated. So I did Far Cry 5 New Dawn. And then I played Far Cry 6 and then Stadia we're not gonna get in. It's a tragic story. But so you're gonna have to let me know how Far Cry 6 is.
Far Cry 6 is really cool. I think it's probably one of the best ones made yet, in my opinion. Yeah. But
no, awesome. And I see, thank you. Welcome to chat. Jinx, you're right. I got it down. I got to do that. And Severin, welcome, Severin, to the chat. Always great to have you. So Jersey, we get this question a lot. Jersey or Chills Gaming? What are we? What's going on here?
It's funny because I remember when I first met Doc, right? I commented under Chill Gaming for like a couple of weeks. Then I went to Jersey's Finest, my old YouTube I made just watching videos. You make an account and stuff like that. And he goes, Jerry, who's this? I was like, it's Chill Gaming, man. He goes, oh, same dude. I'm like, yeah, man. So Chill Gaming was initially for me and my friends, right? We came up with it. Well, I came up with it. Actually, my buddy of mine came up with the name. I came up with the concept of the snowman and stuff like that. And well, I what I wanted to do with them was create a hub we can go to, post clips, maybe get some video up there. So like 6 years ago, I was trying to come up with the concept and like that. Then a year later, after school and work, you know what I mean? I kind of got into editing and all that stuff, and then time passed again, and then everybody dropped off at work and family. So it was basically our community hub, but it didn't come out to be. So I just did it on my own. My brother used to do a podcast with me on that channel, but yeah, so that's what Chill Game is for. Basically, quality professional content for gaming. And Jersey's Finest is me, everyday me. You know what I mean? So
Ah, cool. And I
yeah,
see a Silent Cipher. Thank you for coming by. So Jersey. So are you from New Jersey?
yes, ma'am.
Jersey. All right. But is that a Bronx Bombers hat in your logo?
Oh yeah,
Oh
Yankees all the
my
way, man.
Yankees.
Yankee.
Okay. Okay. There you go, Simpleton. There you go. Prove it. Done. They're the best. Simpleton's from Boston, if you didn't know. So
Oh no,
he's one of those.
Red
But
Sox.
but so all right, so Chills is kind of like the kind of the professional
Yeah,
side
the
of
suit and
things.
tie, suit and tie.
The suit and tie,
Yeah.
and then Jersey, and we're gonna probably talk about him because you got your partner in crime there.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what is it, Cloud Data
it's
or
Cloud. He just
Tech
yeah, he changed his
University?
YouTube to Tech University because he was
You
gonna try
know.
to do some mixed content there, but he's still the same old Cloud. He's cool.
All right, so we'll talk about it, because we always talk about gaming journeys and how we got into content creation and YouTube and everything. But Jersey, and I must agree, you have one of the smoothest voices in the community of like whatever we call this, adult gaming content creator. Lo-fi monks up there, you're up there. So, but before you were that, before way back. You became Jersey's Finest,
Mm-hmm.
which someone today asked, they didn't know, they said that was a low bar to be, just because Jersey isn't really good at anything. So they said, you have Jersey's Finest. They're like, oh, that's just saying that's like below average anywhere else. But we're not going to get into that. Literally, true story. That was someone commented to me the other day about. So, but where does your gaming journey begin? Were you adult gamer? Were you always a gamer? Were you someone who's like way back when? Like, how did it?
I'm an 80s gamer.
You're an 80s gamer.
I started, I think, I don't remember the year per se. I was really young, 3 or 4, maybe 4.5, something like that. 87 to 88-ish. I started with NES. My dad brought the NES home for us. It was a basic Friday, an everyday Friday. You're at school, you can't wait to go home for the weekend, just play outside, do something. Kids 4 or 5 years old back then can actually play outside. It's crazy. So he came home with the NES and fell in love ever since. I mean, when I seen that console, it kind of lit up my eyes, man, as a kid. And ever since then, I fell in love with gaming. I think that goes particularly with my dad. Because back in the day, he loved gaming too. He played the Marios, the Turtles, the Ninja Gaidens, the Star Tropics, the Final Fantasies, all that stuff. That thing today, this is why I still love gaming today. Like really passionate about gaming.
So what I love about this, and I see it out there, Rouster's from New Jersey as well, Jersey. So we got a couple of what do you call it? Garden State people out here holding it down. I think Obi Rose, if I'm not mistaken, you're from Jersey, or like the Philadelphia suburbs in Jersey, somewhere. So one of those. I see a job. What's going on? And Cammy and Crow. So So what I love about what you just said there, because a lot of times when we hear about gaming, and the vast majority of times it's like a mother, a grandmother getting their child or grandchild into gaming when people come on the show and they talk about their experience. But you, in this, we've seen it a couple of times, and it always sticks out to me when people say it. It was your dad.
Yeah.
Your father was a prominent figure in your gaming journey. And so, like, what do you remember most? Like, is there a certain game? Did he play with you, or did he just he was Superman and he brought the NES, or like, how was that interaction?
He really played with us. He sat down. My mother too, she was a gamer too back in the day, and well, before they passed, may they rest in peace, but they you know, they used to game all the time. We're like, if they had off work or Saturday, Sunday, we're out somewhere with our cousins. They played their games. You know what I mean? So we come home and you know we're sitting there on the couch, and they're like, "Hey, can you beat this for me?" I'm like, "What?" Bowser. Like, okay, I beat him, no
Bowser.
problem. Like maybe once or twice, 3 times I died, but yeah, I always beat the bosses for them. It's like it was fast forward to Yoshi's Island. You guys recall the boss, the Bowser's walking towards you. You got him with the eggs. They for some reason they were a little bit, you know, off with it. They didn't understand how to move and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, give me that. And then one shot, I beat him. So it's just going to that, spending quality time with my dad and my parents and my brothers. And I actually have a twin, believe it or not. And my
What?
youngest,
There's
yeah,
so Severin has a twin, Squids has a twin, Holtz has a twin,
that's unbelievable.
Rouster, I think his aunt or uncle has a twin. There's
Isn't that crazy?
so many twins. Yeah, no, it is really crazy. This is like beyond statistic. This is like crazy. How many people have twins in
But
this
you know what's
gaming
messed up?
circuit?
I'm gonna tell you what's messed up. My twin doesn't game really. I'm the total
Really?
opposite with that. Yeah, he used to game when he was younger, but he stopped. You know, he's just my youngest brother. He's a year and a half, a year and 4 quarters younger than me. He games. You know what I mean? So I don't know what happened to him, but I'm like, man, you got to come back, man. You're missing a heck of a lot, yo. So, but going back to the NES days, growing up, you know, what really got intrigued with gaming was Zelda.
Yeah,
When I
of
first played
course.
that it blew my mind because it was
Which
the first,
Zelda?
you know, the first one,
The very first one.
the
Okay.
Nintendo one, the gold one. You know what I mean? The first gold
Oh, they used to
cartridge,
always be gold. Wouldn't that have been cool if this one was gold? But never mind. I digress.
right? But yeah, so you know, playing with my dad, and he introduced me to that kind of game, and I fell in love with it from the start. Then you go to Ninja Turtles, how hard that game was, and it's just then that brought the challenge in me to beat games with challenges. That's why I love games with challenges. I'll never turn down a challenge. Then you go to Super Nintendo's, heck of a lot of games there. Mario Kart, fell in love with it. You know, playing my brothers, all creeps of the night. Golden Axe, Sonic, you name it. We're just, you know, kids playing games at night. Got in trouble, staying up all night. We had school, you know, and I don't know. It's just like I have so many stories. I remember like we used to invite so many people to the house. Like I met so many friends at school and people I grew up with around the neighborhood, and we had like 20, 25 people there playing Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo or Super Street Fighter. I don't know which one it was. I think it was, I don't know, it was like 93, 94, whatever which one that came out, Super or regular 2 Turbo. And we had competitions. Everybody back in the day was just Street Fighter was it. That was it. I think that was around about when Mortal Kombat 1 just dropped or after. I don't know. It was a little bit in
It was
between.
right around that time.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's right around that time. And a lot of people didn't like Mortal Kombat. They didn't understand the mechanic. They loved the gore of it, but yeah. So going back to Street Fighter, like we had competitions. I won a few. I didn't beat everybody all the time, but I did win a few championships. You know what I mean? My mother used to take us out to the ice cream parlor. You know, whoever won got the most ice cream. It was kind of cool back then, man.
Oh,
And,
that is so cool. So your mom was in. So you know, Street Fighter. We have someone in the community who their gamer tag is based upon Street Fighter. Cammy, who is in chat today. Who is your favorite character in Street Fighter?
I would have to say Ken.
Ken.
Yeah.
Why
Ken? Because a lot of people choose Raul. Or
yeah, I was about to
Guile.
say because they're twins too, right?
I don't know,
Ken
but
and
I will say this is that when I grew up, my twin like Guile, my little brother like Ryu, and I like Ken. So it was kind of like always going back and forth. Well, yeah, well, I'm gonna beat you, and they really never beat me a couple times. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was kind of funny, but
No, that's super. Oh my gosh! So this is This is Super Nintendo. This is
yeah,
SNES,
Super Nintendo
right?
time, yeah.
Yep. And so when we so it sounds like you kind of played everything, right? You're kind of into fighters. Sounds
I mean,
like
I didn't have the Neo Geos and stuff like that. Like we didn't have, you know, top dollar income, you know, back in the day. We were like, you know, low end family, but we made it work. You know what I mean? We had Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn when it came out. PlayStation, N64. Like we made do. And what we had, we like I remember, I think I counted it right. We had like 200 games for NES back in the day. I mean, that doesn't sound like a lot now. Obviously, it's not a
Wait,
lot
say that
now.
again.
We had
You
200
had
NES games.
200, or
Yeah,
there was
me and my brothers, we had 200.
you
Like we
had
had like
200
shelves like
NES.
stacked. It was just, yeah, it was crazy. And then, but our house got robbed. They stole
No,
all our games.
200 console games is like, yes, we have subscription services. We have 200 games.
And they weren't cheap back then, right? Like for the most part, for that time period.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I got my gaming from my dad, man, because he, like, when he brought that home, when he turned that on for the first time, it was like, playing duck hunt, man. I think that was amazing. You know what I mean? You shooting and the ducks die, like that was wow to me as a kid. Like, really, like, wow, look at this, I can shoot the duck, and he just dies and falls, and yeah.
Crow, Resin, and Rouster have tried to explain to me, who both of them are in chat, have tried to explain to me how this duck hunt gun works. I still don't quite understand it. But yeah,
you didn't put nothing on top of the TV like the Wii. Remember the Wii? You had the strip bar and you could see where you're.
Yeah,
you're right.
It's
I'm like,
crazy.
That is kind of amazing.
It is crazy. like they continue to tell me something about like electrode and light, and I'm like, but how does the TV know where you're pointing? It's one of those things that I think if more people were concerned about how that worked, the world would be a better place. But we just take it. It's just science. It's like how the pyramids were made. Nobody
knows.
No one knows. No one knows. Like they showed it. Doesn't make sense.
And then so let's fast forward a little bit to like third.
Well, wait. 200 Nintendo games. Which is your favorite? You didn't. You
know what? This sounds crazy, but I don't even remember all of them. I just remember like Contra. My dad having Game Genie. We did the cheat. We had like 30, 40 lives. You know what I mean? And Terminator. Wow. Othello.
Terminator was a good one. I played Terminator with my brother. It didn't look like the movie at all, but it was kind of a boxy game.
What was the other one? Predator, right? Predator was also good.
Predators, yes.
Paperboy. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, I can't really recall every game, but I will say there was definitely a few numbers there that I really still enjoy.
Wow. And SNES? Because you're a Nintendo person at this moment. So SNES? Where are we?
Well, the Super Nintendo, like going to that route, Mario World came out,
right.
And we had cousins who lived next door in the next building. And they got it. They used to come over. We used to play it all night, every day. I'm talking about every single day. I'm talking about we're at school talking about this game. We come back. We're straight do our homework. Obviously, we ain't trying to get yelled at now. We ain't trying to get in trouble. So we do our homework and then right to the game. Especially those cold days or rainy days. We're in the room. We're playing a game all day, mostly all night. We still got in trouble, but yeah, it was kind of cool, man. Going from world to world, exploring, finding out secrets, being excited around that time period. It was just, to me, gaming was a special time. There was no console, especially with Sega out. There was no, to me, I mean, yeah, people like Sonic, people like Mario, but it's like nobody says, mine's better. Like nobody was doing that around that time. And when I went to school and Mortal Kombat dropped, forget about it, that changed the game. That changed the whole game when that game came out. I'm talking about people were in the study hall, people were in cafeterias outside playing basketball, football, talking about this game. Like, yo, you do this uppercut. Yo, how do you do this finishing move? Back B or something like that, or do the ABAC, ABB. And it was crazy.
Backpack B was I remember to throw something. It was like, I think that was how I do it. Because I played it on Game Gear. Play Mortal Kombat.
Game Gear. Wow. That's
old.
Yeah,
no, it's Game Gear. And I see Severin, I'll take you up on it. I'll play Conker's Bad Fury Day. I see your chats coming in. That's a good one. You mentioned Paperboy. Surprisingly, it's a very impactful game, and not too many. I don't think I've ever heard someone mention Paperboy on this show. Yeah.
How did they not mention Paperboy?
No, Paperboy was Paper. You know what? Paperboy reminded me of a game called oh my God, was it Bill and Ted? I forget. It was one
Going
of the
Ted.
movies. Like
I
yeah,
think I
Bill
had
and
that
Ted's
game
Book.
too. I don't know.
It's
I
like
might
they
have. I
go.
don't
Is
know.
that the ones where they go into like a
A
phone
phone
booth
booth?
and like
Yeah.
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Paperboy reminds me of that one. For some reason, like I feel like if I go back in time, I'm pretty sure that's like the same game. Hey, Banana Killer, what's going on? Yeah, a lot of people play Paperboy. Yeah, Motor Combat. But I always have to say, during this time, Jers, I gotta go. The game that I remember during this time, because Mortal Kombat was really popular, and I've said this before, NBA Jam. That was the
NBA
game.
Jam. I forgot about that game.
Yeah, remember? It's like 2-on-2. Like that was like, and then he's on fire.
Wasn't there a code? There was like
thing.
a 3-letter code that you could put in for like ultimate slam dunks.
You
Like
could do
every time you
amazing
hit the
stuff.
button, you're going right to the hoop to make that dunk.
You could do amazing stuff on it. I just remember that game. I remember like the action of that game. Like it was just like the first, like it was very arcadey. Like because before then we didn't really have a solid NBA, like a basketball game. So that's what I remember this time. That like Mortal Kombat. Surprisingly, they were like, I remember people were criticizing the game because they were violent. A lot of violence in games around this time. So, oh my gosh, amazing. So you have SNES. So where do you go PlayStation or do you stick with Nintendo and go N64?
I'm trying to remember which one I had first. To tell you, I don't. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, 95, right? It came out, right? And no, 94. It came out.
94 was PlayStation, and I think 64 came out.
96, right?
I remember Star Fox for sure came out in 96, and so if Star Fox dropped,
I think honestly, to tell you the truth, I think I honestly got Sega Saturn first before PlayStation.
Sega Saturn.
Yeah. Sega Dumb Saturn. I ain't gonna lie, kind of like Virtual Fighter, Virtual Cop, the games that came with it, you know what I mean? Other, crazy other games,
Virtual
but
Fighter. Yeah. Yo, we have not talked about Virtual Fighter.
That's crazy.
Oh, wow.
Virtual Fighter 2 was like really cool.
I always think of Virtual Fighter as like an arcade game. I just remember like we had this place called Celebration Station. I was like kind of almost grown at this point, and there was 2 people playing Virtual Fighter, and I always thought one of them was really cute, and he was really good. Just random comment. Go ahead, Jersey.
But yeah. So I remember the drunk guy in Virtual Fighter. That was my favorite character back then. And then you have Virtual Cop. What else do we have with that? There's 3 games. I forgot what it was. And then I don't know. Of course, of the time we bought some more games, and then N64 we got that. Trying to remember if I had PlayStation first or 64. I don't know. I really don't remember which one came first. I don't even remember. But anyway, so got all those 3 right there. Then PlayStation, playing Metal Gear, Gran Turismo. What else? I don't even remember, dude. There was so many games.
So once PlayStation came out, you were like,
yeah, it was a wrap. Twisted Metal 2. Yeah,
I'm
staying right here. This is where I'm comfortable at. And unfortunately, I never really got into Xbox because around I want to say 2000 to 2007, I wasn't really gaming at all. I was doing young boy stuff, working, partying, doing my thing, but came back strong in 2008, 2009-ish, and then really got back into gaming hardcore. Because I kind of missed those old days playing video games, stuff like that. But then PS3 came out. Got that. I was a little late to the game. My cousins had it, my brother got it, and then I was playing it. Then I finally got one, and I got all the Call of Duties, Assassin's Creeds.
Assassin's Creed. Yep, I have a PS3. That's actually the last plastic. That's actually let me see. PS3 had Blu-ray, and so I remember going to Best Buy. I came back from like a deployment or something, and I bought a TV, and they're like, "Oh, get a Blu-ray, whatever." And so I got that, and then I was like, "Well, this is actually Assassin's Creed is what got me back into gaming on PS3 the first time, right? Because I think there's similar to you, probably around the beginning of N64 is when I left gaming initially. Like I played a little bit of Pikmin here and there, but I kind of left it Well, I
Yeah, I
played.
mean, because like at the end of the day, like I dabbled into it here and there, but that wasn't my priority. Like as a side hobby or leisure time thing, I was really working and just honestly, I was just chilling with the ladies. I was just
You're
I
just
didn't care
chilling
about
with the
gaming.
ladies?
Yeah,
TK9, he always has to mention the Wii U because he got so many ladies with that. So some people chilled with gaming and the ladies, but you can't do both. Only ladies or gaming.
yeah.
You're one or the other.
Nah,
Don't
all
have time.
focus, man. You gotta focus on the ladies, man. That's it.
That's it. All eye on the prize. I
And you know
got it.
what?
Got it.
I'm glad you said that because when I actually, I came back to Jersey in 2007. I was somewhere else for like 5, 6 years. Didn't work out. Came back to Jersey and I seen the Wii. I mean, I seen commercials. I seen it in the stores and stuff like that. I thought it was dope. And then I actually got one. Fell in love with it. Fell in love with it. I thought it was dope.
The Wii or the Wii U?
The Wii.
The Wii. Yeah, no, the
The
Wii
Wii
was
U.
one
I
of the.
like the Wii U. I think I'm the only guy in my family that actually liked the Wii U. Everybody's like,
You're
"Why
one
do you
of the
like that thing?" I'm like,
few.
"Yo, it's cool. It's not bad."
The Wii. I think the Wii. You know what? The Wii U
I
gets a
love the
lot of
gamepad
hate.
on it. I
A
thought
lot
the
of people
gamepad
don't.
was cool.
A lot of people don't like the Wii U, but the Wii U is kind of revolutionary. To
It
tell you
is.
the truth, even though um, it nearly killed Nintendo, but the Wii U.
Because people didn't think of it like a next gen, or next gen console. They thought it was like, it's a gimmick to the Wii. What is this? A little update for the Wii? Little extra device for the Wii. That's what they really thought it was. A lot
No,
of people
yeah,
did. Like I thought that was just a thing to add to the Wii, bro. I'm like,
no, it was
no.
like an actual it was like another way. No, I think there was some marketing
And what happened to
issues
the
there.
store? What happened to the store, the digital store? I missed that. Like, I hate Nintendo that they're only adding so many games to these little Nintendo stores. I'm like, man, listen, I love my classics, man. I don't have them no more. So I would like to buy them and keep them. And a lot of games I actually bought a GameCube controller that went with was it the Wii? I think it was the Wii, not the Wii U. I don't remember. This is one of them. It was a controller. I loved it because I didn't have an N64 controller. I didn't have a wannabe thing with that. So I had to buy that, a wireless one for the Wii to play Zelda, Ocarina of Time. And I hated playing with the freaking Wii cons or whatever, the Wii joysticks, whatever the hell. Because I'm like, this ain't working. So I gotta play on that. But the Wii U was great. I personally liked it. So
You mentioned the N64 controller. What an interesting controller. Like if you
it is,
look
right?
at that controller, like right now, like it has like this thing in the middle, like the
I don't
thumb
think
pad
if we had this
there.
now, like if we had that now, I don't think I could do the joystick and the other side. It would be too small for me. But back then I liked it. I was younger, smaller hands, and it fit perfectly, right? But
Yeah.
I liked it. But the only thing I didn't like about it was the joystick sometimes didn't work for me.
No, it didn't. It I think that one has the first like kind of controller that had major float issues.
Yep.
You know, um, which was really beneficial if you ever played Mario Tennis on N64 because it allowed the Donkey Kong to hit or who was it? One of the players hit something super hard.
What was the other one? The Donkey Kong Country 64 game.
Donkey Kong Country. Severin was just mentioning Donkey Kong was one of his favorite games. Donkey Kong. What was the last Donkey Kong?
Wasn't
That's
that for
Was there a Switch Donkey Kong?
I don't know. I don't follow. I know I played for the Wii U. I bought it for the Wii U. That one, the Tropical Ice or something like Tropical Storm. I don't know. It's Tropical something.
I don't know. I can't think of it.
I can't remember. But
I can't remember.
ain't nothing like the classics though.
Nothing like the
Donkey Kong 2,
classic.
Diddy's Conquest or something like that was my favorite.
Tropical Freeze remake. Oh, there you go. Severin knows it. Severin knows it.
See, yeah, that was cool. I actually brought it on vacation. My dad can play. He actually enjoyed it.
And you mentioned it earlier, but I gotta represent the Triforce. Y'all know I do that.
I still haven't bought the Tears.
Gotta represent. Did you play Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, I played it for like 40 hours. I didn't beat it because, again, like open world games besides Elden Ring, like you're right, it's my favorite game. Besides Elden Ring, I kind of get off track. I swear to God, and I don't even mean to do that. Now, I don't know if you heard it, like going sidetracked. I don't know if you like heard the show last week with me, Cloud, and my boy Rage. We were talking to Cowboy and my buddy Rage, even for 25 years, 25 years, I knew him. He even said it out loud, and he's right. I get off track with games. I'll be playing one game, like I'm into it. Another day, I'll be playing another game, getting into it. I'm forgetting
That's
about the other one. I don't know, man.
that's
Like I told him, I was like, listen, I love my single players. Don't get me wrong. I was like, but me, man, in 2023 moving forward, I'm more with the co-op multiplayer. Like I gotta have that. And Cloud was making fun of me. He's like, you're an Xbox guy. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just like,
oh my
dude, like
gosh,
I'm
cloud
39 years old.
starting
I don't got time. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have fun with my games. I don't.
youngin 39. I wish I was 39 still. In a second. I'm not gonna say my age. Not gonna say my age.
I wouldn't ask that. Cowboy's old, huh? He's almost 50.
He's kind of young. He's kind of young. Oh, it's 46.
He's almost 50.
Like 46. He looks like he's over 50. But we're not gonna say that. He's gonna probably watch this on replay.
Yeah,
But with that said, no, I think so we talked about the only reason I asked you, because people ask me about Tears of the Kingdom. And I always say, like, if you like Breath of the Wild, you'll like Tears of the Kingdom. If you don't like Breath of the Wild, you won't like Tears of the Kingdom.
See, I wasn't following like that because I didn't want to. I hate spoiling myself, and I only do it for certain games. Like if I might get into it, I might not. So I have to look into it. But Zelda, I kind of understand what's going on there. I grew up with that game. Elden Ring from Software, you already know what's coming. So I don't have to watch the video. But I will say the only thing I didn't like about Breath of the Wild, and I hate to say this, I really do, is the shrines. I didn't like the shrine concept.
No,
There's too many. I'm like, yo, listen, guys, Nintendo, guys, listen to me. What happened to the dungeons here? Well, I mean, give me like 12 like small dungeons and 4 big ones. I don't think that's much to ask for. Like, I'm like, there's too many shrines, man. I was like, man.
No, I think so. The shrines are actually, you can ask on my channel. Like that's what, when I streamed it, I like puzzles. So I'm a puzzle gamer.
Yeah.
And I really like puzzles. And so the shrines are all like puzzles. And Severn, shh, don't tell anybody. I might be over 50, if you know what I mean. But but I think this one has, I tell people all the time, I don't think every game is meant for every gamer. Like, I think that's what frustrates me. Like, you like Elden Ring, right? Elden Ring's not for everyone, in my opinion. You may think differently, Jers. But
Jersey, Elden Ring's not for everybody.
Well, yeah, that's what I would say. Like, I would say there's not every game is meant for everybody. Like, there's different.
No.
It's like
no way.
It's like saying movies, right? Like we always have this like thing. We don't look at movies and are like, oh, let me go watch this movie. Like, no, there's like certain categories of movies that we'll go watch. And I think the same thing with games.
You know what's ironic though, right? That you said that, right? Now, I don't know. Okay, so do you like Souls games?
Do I like Souls? I like games that have soul. No, it doesn't work. Doesn't work that way.
No.
No.
So the reason why I say that is right is because Cloud, and I know he's gonna watch this. He wasn't really a Souls guy, right? So I was like, you know what? And he's still to this day, he's stubborn as hell. He's not gonna play Bloodborne in 30 frames. I'm like, yo, you're whatever, man. I will. I don't care. Maybe I'm a hypocrite when I said Redfall's in 30, but you know what? Bloodborne, I played it in 30, the last gen, so I'm used to that. Yeah, that's a whole nother ball game. But what I said to him, I was like, yo, try this game out. Let's get into it. So I showed him what Souls games is, and he's a beast. He's a monster now. He goes off and does his own thing. He creates new builds. He resets his build to do other things, and he loves it now. So that's what I'm saying. Like, now you're right that a lot of games aren't for everybody, and that's very true. But I would say this, like, if you're thinking about getting to an Elden Ring game, right? Play with somebody who knows what they're doing, and they will show you every little nick and cranny of everything, what to do, so you can get familiarized. And even after that, you don't like it, cool, you tried.
No, I think so. I think I would definitely give it a. It's just so. Here's my thing, Jersey. I think you can relate to that. And Cammy would say if you can find time for everything, and I agree. But I only put so much time into gaming.
Oh yeah,
every
you're
week.
right. Yeah,
You know,
you know
like
what?
I
got
like
like 400 hours in
400.
like two and a half playthroughs already.
So you and Severin should team up because Severin just put up earlier. He has 400 hours, and I get it. It seems like it won Game of the Year, right? So this is not a bad game. For me though, it's like I have to. Where does it fall? Like every single time, like one of these games, like Elden Ring. There's a couple of games I put in that category that are really good games. Red Dead Redemption 2, another one that a really good game. And it's like, okay, these are long games. These are big games. And then another game comes. So right now that's Tears of the Kingdom, right? I've been looking forward to that. But I will play Elden Ring. I'm not someone who's like,
You know
I'm
what?
against
I
it.
feel the same way, like the way you feel about Elden Ring, I feel about Ghost of Tsushima and Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I feel the same way about those games.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. And these are all amazing, like highly acclaimed.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't want to play by myself for that long. That is weird to say, but I really just I don't know, man. My single player mentality right now is not there anymore. It's like it's somewhere over there. I gotta find it through the big pile of whatever. I just gotta find it, put it back in me, and just play. But until that day comes, I'm more into co-op and multiplayer.
No, I think I am into I play puzzles. So there's a part of me like I play puzzles. Everybody knows like my favorite platform is the chessboard. So like I'm into certain like things like that. But I totally agree. If there's a co-op game, I'm gonna play it in co-op. Just how I do it. Like Rouster, he's here, he's in chat. He and I play Orcs Must Die. Ambi and I played Outriders. It's a few other people. I think Wit I played Destiny with. So I like that component. I like that social component. I'm not sure if that's an age thing or whatnot.
You want to hear something crazy?
What's that?
A lot of people don't know this about me. And this is why on Twitter I just observe and look and laugh. Because at the end of the day, it's like, we're all gamers, we're all critics, we all got our opinions. But how many people say they're amateur developers?
Amateur, like game developer?
Yeah.
Well, not many. We only have Severin's a game developer, but are you a game developer?
Yeah, amateur.
You are.
Getting to that point, yeah. What
type of game?
I wanted to make an adventure game like Zelda because that game inspired me. You know what I mean? So, I actually went to classes for like 8 months. I actually went back to college for it, and it was supposed to be like a 2.5 year course, but COVID hit, kind of messed me up. You know what I mean? I have to get back to it, but
definitely do it.
I'm trying to get people together, man, and we can invest and do something because I always said this. I was like, customers and gamers have the most power in the world, and people don't get it. I'm like, yeah, but we could buy. Like, no. Listen, I was like, hear me out. Oh, and this goes to this saying right here: if you can't find the job, create one. If you can't find the game you want, create one. You know what I mean?
This is what I say. I love this idea because I continue to tell people, like, go learn how to go become a game dev, figure out the game, and it's going to probably humble people when they realize what it takes to build a game.
Yeah.
And to put something in front of someone so they can judge it. Like I have a soft spot for indie, like small indie studios who do things. Just because that takes a lot to do. So I'm super excited about this. Jers, let us know how we can support this. This is super awesome.
And I was telling my buddy, 2017, I said, man, we got to do something. We dabbled in some things and it didn't happen because obviously we need money. I got the money now. So I'm like, you know what, man, like it's time to make this move. And they're like, yo, I'm down. You know what I mean? So it's going to take time. He goes, you know how long it's going to take? I was like, I'm not creating a Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like no, you know what I mean?
Well,
Like it's
usually
just
start somewhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you said, the indie games. That's where you start. And I'm gonna tell you something. You can't create a perfect game. Nobody can ever. Name me one game that's perfect. I swear to God, I really believe people that say Zelda or some other game. Nothing is perfect.
Zelda's not perfect. Zelda's not. I love Tears of the Kingdom. I was just saying there's some things I don't like about Tears of the
And,
Kingdom.
and that's what I was like taught, and and I really respect this because once you understand that you'll never make a perfect game, you can move forward with anything. Like you have to like take out the perfect mindset of like, yo, it's got to be perfect. I'm gonna add this. Like, it has to. No, relax. Take those out. Add those in and leave it alone. Save
You
that for
know,
another inspiration kind of project. I'm telling you, it works.
I love it. So we had Angry Chicken, Angry Poultry. I think that's his name. Now it's Cloud Gaming Dad. We had him on around Veterans Day. He's another veteran. Um, he also said the same thing. You will not make the perfect game. But what you said that I think is like life advice, and I love how we can make like gaming, we can make the parallel. Go, go, basically create the job you want. You said something to this effect.
Yeah,
You said like, like I love like that's so inspirational. Like, not to get stuck. Like sometimes we say, I can't find a job, go create the job. I can't find the game I want to play, go create the game you want to play. It's
yeah.
like write the book you want to read. It's kind of in those same lines, you know. I love that because you can just take that everywhere. And Cami, I know you're in chat. Cami's another person who's always about speaking things into existence and doing all sorts of stuff. Cami, we're gonna have to talk about that in your next live stream, y'all. If y'all don't know, Cami does amazing live streams on Friday nights. But I love that, Jerseys. Thank you for speaking that.
Oh heck yeah. Because that's how I was told, and taught like in life. Like if you can't find something, create something. You know what I mean? Like to that effect. And people need to understand like Unreal Engine 5 is not just for professionals. Unreal Engine 4 is just not for professionals. You can go in there right now with some dedication and passion. Over time, you can create a game. It's as simple as that. And I'm like, why are we not doing this here? Like, I don't understand. Like, if like I'm on Twitter every day, I scroll a little bit. I don't tweet anything. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I just scroll if I'm bored at work or I'm just looking, chilling, blah, blah, blah. I see the same people in spaces. I see this. I'm like, yo, these guys, people never quit. It's the headaches that come with console warring. To me, it's stupid. Yeah, me and Cloud, we dabble in it. We have a fun time. We joke around with it. That's it. That's as much as we're going to go with it. At the end of the day, we're all gamers. You know what I mean? And even if you started yesterday, 10 years ago, 30, 40 years ago, it doesn't matter. You're a gamer now. This is you. You know what I mean? So I just like, I don't like to put titles on people. I don't like to put like, you're not a gamer, you just started yesterday, or you're not a gamer, you don't play this genre. No, you're a gamer because you love gaming. You have a controller in your hand, you got some on your monitor or TV, you're engaged with that character. You have feelings and emotions attached to this character. You can't tell me nobody got upset over a game that their character died. Yeah, right. I did. I'm like, oh my God, look at Cage 6 and Destiny 2 coming back. My cousin who quit gaming for 2 years to concentrate on himself and his life, he's really excited. He's going to come back just for that guy. It's like gaming has its tolls on people, man. Let me tell you, man. I don't know, man. it's crazy out here.
No, I think gaming is super awesome, and I know we could talk about your game creation journey. And I see your Reaver. What is going on? Thanks for dropping by. And Jinx, yes, we're trying to. Remy wants to be free for sure. But with that, and hey, what's up, Lester? Oh, there's an echo on my y'all. There's an echo. And so let me know. But talk to us about why did you come to YouTube? Why content creation? Because I know you have a story around that, Jers.
Yeah, because you know what? Like, YouTube has been out since when? 2006 around about, and like 2008. Actually before that, but 2008. I was talking to a couple buddies around my way. I was like, man, we should do YouTube. They were laughing. I'm like, what? Yeah, right. I'm like, why not? And ever since then, I'm like, whatever. So I'm gaming, I'm chilling, I'm working, I'm going to school, I'm coming back, I'm looking, I'm like, I want to do YouTube. for some reason I just never did it. I was like really intimidated with the hardware, the software, the whatever devices you use for a mic, how to edit. It all was very intimidating to me. And I know a lot of people just turn on their phones or cameras and they just upload their stuff without editing, but that's not me. I just don't like
Doc
doing that.
Dark 1985. No one's
Yeah, he's the only guy I know that can get away with that. You know what I mean? Like nobody. I don't know how
So
he
you're
does it,
saying
but shout
Doc
out
Dark
to him.
is the Nintendo of content creators?
I think he is.
So
Man. I think he's the only guy I know that can do that and get away with it. But kudos to him, man. Oh yeah, man. He's a cool content creator. But yeah, so I was like, I was like really wanted to create something, be friendly, informative, educational, a little bit funny, but really down to business. So I'm like, how do I do this? And it goes back to what we said in the beginning of the show that, chill gaming, like I was like, I want to create something with you guys. I want to do something as the crew, I call my gamers the crew. Like this is what we do. And they're still intimidated to this day. There's only one other dude, my dude Saucy. He streams on Kick, and shout out to him. He's the only one that really showed me how to edit with audio, like how to tweak out audio, how to add this, how to add that. But I edited it on my own, how to do video editing, like real video editing. And I showed him a thing. He goes, "Can you do my game clips?" I'm like, yeah, I can. And then, from there, I learned more and more and more and more. And I got really, really good. And people just baffled how much I really got focused, dedicated to it, to learn new stuff every day. So it wasn't really about a fame and gain. It was really about gamers showing some game stuff. I love gaming news. I love gaming information. What's new, either bad or good, just to get it out there. That was always my niche anyway. So yeah, so that's where it started. Like they were just like, "Hey man, let's do something." I was like, "All right, yeah, I'll do it." And then from there, I did it. We used to have a podcast, you know what I mean, back in 2019. Didn't work out with the panel. They weren't seeing eye to eye things. So I kind of like did a hiatus just with my brother for a little bit, did a few shows, dabble in some things, different kind of situations, different kind of formats that worked and didn't work. Now I got something that works, created my own intro and stuff like that, my own 3D thing. Like it was kind of dope. But yeah, this is from then to now. I learned a lot just along the way.
No, thank you. And I want to say, Severin, I see you there. Thanks for stopping by. I don't want you to get any more trouble that you're already getting. And Jers, I love how you so many things that and we've seen this a couple of times, but we haven't seen it in a while, is this entrepreneurial spirit, right? This go-getter, there's an obstacle, instead of complaining about the obstacle, you make kind of the obstacle part of your journey, right? Yep. And I think that's like I said, so many inspiring things going on. When we're hearing you talk, and we can just tell that's who you are, right? Yeah. It's not just about one thing. And I think we can learn a lot just about how you view things. And I think it's really refreshing.
A lot of people come to me for advice, even in real life. About, for example, they were talking about, how do you do streaming? How do you do YouTubing? How do you do this? Hey, Jers, can you help me with this? Man, what do you think about this? So I'm like, yeah, I love helping people, making people feel good. Like really, I really, that makes me happy as a person. And so I want to ask you too, where was your journey? How did you start YouTube? Why did you want to do YouTube?
Oh my gosh, a question, Jerseys? I asked the questions here. Oh my gosh. Okay. You did come on. So I'll give you get one question.
One question.
All right. So my YouTube journey, I think for me it started. So I used to always be in chat and just watching people talk, and then it's just gradually increased. I would say something, I was like, oh, I typed something.
Oh no, I can't delete it.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think it was a few different people, Squids and Doc Dark, were really instrumental in that journey. And shout out to Squids. I haven't gamed with him in a while, but he's doing amazing stuff still. But I think for me it was hey, I have some gaming, actual business gaming knowledge, right? Hey. and so I was a lot of these people are not, I wanted, I used to get in these arguments in chat or in what do they call when you leave a comment? And then there was like and I think someone mentioned in the chat earlier, like women who are speaking about gaming on YouTube, they usually it's like default to the gamer girl. Sure, there's a few others who aren't doing that. Ash and Luca is one of the ones that comes top to mind immediately, but there's not really any women who are like talking about games, and there's not like a lot of women who look like me. So I kind of similar to you, instead of looking for that woman, and she might exist, like, don't get me wrong, I think Red, I can't think of her name right now. She's another one who does great content. Red Infamy. I said, why won't I be that person that I want to find? Someone who has like some knowledge about the industry, some knowledge about business, woman who kind of like looks like me, and also games. And so that's why I created content, or I came to YouTube.
Nice. Because a lot of people I don't know, I'm like, you see a lot more people coming on YouTube and who just want to have a conversation, like really just want to talk gaming. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, man. I don't I will never try to go out of my way to discredit anybody, because I'm like, you know what? I may not like the games people play, but I love their content. I love how they have conversations. Just like, okay, for example, with Cloud, right? He did a rebuttal against this guy, PlayStation guy.
He does a rebuttal against a lot of people.
Yeah, but it was kind of funny because it was like 2 years ago. It was like whatever. He did something against Rome, and this is the same time I just met Doc Dark. You know what I'm saying? So everybody just like kind of got into a weird circle, if you will, right? So then he made his video, a couple videos, whatever. Before then, as soon as I seen it, I made a rebuttal against him. And he's seen that I had the mic, and there he goes, wait, man, okay, this guy means business. He has a real setup. Yeah, I can't do that. I have to get mine too. But then when he did his rebuttal, I reached out. I was like, yo, that's a good ass video. Then we just clicked, and we disagree a little bit, but we more agreed to disagree. Like, you know what I mean? It was funny. And I introduced PC stuff like that. He was a little intimidated, but I helped him out with a PC build, and he's a monster. He's a beast now. He's out here trying to get his ultimate build, like a 4090, or wait until next year. I told him to wait. I was like, wait till the 50 series.
40-inch monitor.
Yeah,
I've seen him talk about it.
You're doing too much, man. You're doing too much. But yeah, sky's the limit, I guess. But I told him, I was like, I want to get the 4090 too, man. But at the same time, I think I'm gonna wait until the next cards come out, the next variations, and then go all out, man. Save your money, stack up, and go all out and get the real bangers. You know what I mean? So,
yep. Or you could, we got Cloud people in chat. You can always do GFN. Jers, you can do GFN.
I don't like GFN.
Okay. I'm done.
Only because I have this stuff already. I don't need cloud gaming. I'm not saying it's cool. I told Cowboy a long time ago, I was like, dude, I think cloud gaming is cool for people who don't console, don't PC. I think and I was working with my cousin last year, and I told him about Stadia before he, was dead. He goes, yo, really? I was like, you never seen a commercial or anything on YouTube? Or he goes, no. I was like, would you get it? He goes, probably. Play it at work? Yeah, hell yeah. I was like, see? Nobody even knows about this stuff. So I'm like, man, they need to market better.
Yeah, I think Jersey, Stadia runs deep. PS3 brought me into gaming the first time. Stadia brought me back to gaming most recently, and we're still, it's still a soft spot. Yeah,
you know what?
Too early.
I love messing with Cowboy about it, because I like how passionate he was. I'm like, come on, guy. It's dead. But I knew that deep down it was a cool thing. Like, if you could play in your car anywhere and it go, and it worked fine, I think that was phenomenal for a cloud service.
Well, it'll always be in the memory, and maybe we'll see something like it come back eventually.
Why didn't they just sell to Microsoft or Sony and make a deal with them and have great cloud service for everybody? You know what I mean?
Well, they may have.
I hope they do.
Just don't know. You don't know. You just don't know.
Maybe with the behind the scenes right now.
Could be. It's like, I always say in chess, one of the most beautiful pieces or moves is a queen sacrifice for checkmate.
Hey.
And we may see something like Stadia here in the not too distant future.
Oh, that's dope.
But you didn't hear that from me. Didn't hear that from me. Didn't
Nope, you
hear
didn't
that
hear
from
nothing.
me.
I didn't hear
No.
nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, we got Ron Slusher. He's in chat, aka Aminar. Ron, I was told you're Aminar, so that's a Stadia thing, Jers. Don't worry. It's
A lot
and
of
what's
people
up,
ask me
Ron?
too, like I wasn't making videos. My last video was about Cole Eastwood and why Redfall was at 30 frames and stuff like that. I was kind of making fun of him a little bit, but that was my last video on Chill Gaming because I'm trying to create some new content ish stuff. And
Tell us what's coming up, Jers. Like, tell us what tell us. So, if y'all did not know, Jers, tell us. We didn't really jump into it, but tell us about who you are as a content creator. Like, you have the stuff with Cloud Data Media. If y'all don't know Cloud Data Media, if you come for him, he's coming back for you. Just all I'm gonna say. But
that's true.
One day I want to debate him. I do want to debate Cloud. See if he can. If I can.
Cloud likes
run
to
him
do
through
the
his
mental
paces.
hoops through jumps. You know what I mean? Like that's his game. It's kind of hard to debate him. He's a really smart guy. So
he lost me today by saying incrementalism is an American value.
Your comment. I was like, oh no. I don't think you see your comment. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, Cloud.
That's what he said though.
He's going off the handles right now, Cloud.
I was like, man, he is going in his mind. It's connecting, but nowhere else. So I was like, but love you, Cloud. Love you. But tell us, what's coming up. You're trying new content. So you do kind of you have Cloud Data there as a, and y'all, I will link it down below after show.
Because it's like, if me and Cloud do a show, it's hard not to like really be passing and curse a little bit here. And I don't like to curse on Chill Gaming. With him on his show, if he allows it, then yeah, we're gonna go ham. We're just gonna act like we're having a few drinks. We're just talking stuff. But Chill Gaming is more the professional side, like I said. I got a couple things in the works now. I always said this to myself. I want to create gaming news content. That's just my thing. I love talking about gaming news. What's coming up? What's the now? What's coming later? And what's just happening. But you know what? A lot of people do that anyway. So I'm like, what can I do? Why would people watch me instead of him or her or whatever? So I'm like, I have to create new ways to come back. And I got a few things that I got a few ideas coming. Well, they're here, but I got a few things coming that might work, kept people's attention, keep them coming back, fun things happening. I want to do another show with Cloud and everybody. I'm trying to get my friend back on. It's hard because he's worked third shift. He sleeps during the day. We have weird schedules. So I want to do another show with him because he's a gamer. He's not a YouTuber. He's not a streamer. He's not none of that. He's just a gamer. He just games up. So I want to do a show with him, but I got other formats coming. And I want to try to present that in a special way, if you will, So I got more things coming. Cloud has more things coming too. We're going to be talking technology. We're going to be doing this. We're going to be talking a lot about hardware that we have and what we want and what should we expect from other companies and so forth. But yeah, there's a lot of cool things coming for Chill Gaming.
No, I'm super excited. Like I said, y'all, I will be linking it down below right after the show for y'all to check out not only Jersey, but we'll also throw in, even though he hasn't come on the show yet, we'll also throw in a little bit of, what is it? Game Tech University Game. What is it? What's the new show? The new channel. I don't know the channel.
University.
Tech University. Yes. Tech University.
I told him, I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, listen, you revamped your channel, and that's great, but you still got to point them out. And that's Cloud Data, man. If you
Cloud Data.
That's that Tech University. That's fine with me. But it's your channel, buddy. Tread lightly, I'd say, because you're going to get confused.
Yeah. No. I did. I did.
Yeah. I know.
I had
a lot
Tech
of people
University.
Like, wait, who's this?
He just popped out because he took, his time. And okay, Remy, come on, you serious? We're trying to do a show. You ready? You really? Okay. All right, you good? All right, there. Sorry about that, Jers. We're still trying to figure out our You know.
There's one thing I want to like explain. Like me and Cloud, and if anybody could pull this off, I would watch it, and it's kind of funny. You know what I mean? I told him to do a real life spoof, and he came up with some good stuff. I was like, you know what? If we pulled this off, you know how funny that would be. Like seriously,
What's
like
that?
imagine you talking to your friend, but she's in like California and you're over here in New York, and it's like you're talking to the camera, you're talking to her, she's answering you back, you're like throwing a remote, it's like almost hits you in the face, you're coming back driving, and you have like GoPros under your car, you're driving this, and that's just like it's crazy, like third person. Oh man, some wild stuff we were talking about. It's like I want to try to pull that together because that's a really fun concept.
I want to see it. I want to see
Like,
it.
you know what I mean? Like I think it would be hilarious.
I want to see it. No, definitely. Let's do it. I want to see. Jersey, there's so many things I want to see. I want to see this new content. I want to see this game. You know, I want to see more Jers because I know you get busy. You're just like everybody else here. But you definitely add some flavor to the conversations. And I always appreciate that because to your point, like I don't think you really dabble. You're always kind of more fact based. You know what I mean? Or you're more like you try to be more objective. Like you kind of more principle. You'd say like where you're coming from. It's not just something wild. Like you don't like incrementalism. You hate America. I gotta keep going. He said that. I was like, oh my gosh, he's feeling it right now. He's going. He went. Y'all, if y'all don't know Cowboys channel, it was like 7 people on. Cloud Data Media he was going. He was going. Something about fiduciary duties, and I don't know. I lost it.
That was our plan to go on Cowboy Show and trying to like run them off the tracks a little bit, get sidetracked, and bring some energy there, and it kind of worked. Because FCAT, let's just get to the games, man.
Yeah, FCAT was
hold on, man. You guys talk about PS5s and pros. Listen,
y'all accomplished what y'all needed to accomplish. I will say that because I was like, yeah, I don't even think they're talking games now, and so a Cowboy will probably watch this on a replay as well. He usually does. So shout out to Cowboy. Shout out to everybody in chat.
He was doing the thing with Mischief. That was pretty cool.
No, yes.
The rebuttals. Yeah. I'm like, I was like, listen, he's 17. You got to be careful, buddy.
No, Cowboy's been, if y'all have not known, Cowboy's, he's come by chat. He's such a good friend of the show. Such good, everybody in chat basically knows him. Cowboy's been doing a lot of stuff, like getting really noticed by some bigger content creators and bringing attention to the community. So, hate him or love him. He's doing his part, so I definitely want to keep
how Mischief caught his video. That dude has 172,000 subs. I'm like, how did he catch Cow? Like, hey, you know what? He's doing something right.
No, I mean, that's like the third one. Like, it was that one. It was the dude. I forget his name. He has like 50,000 subs. Like recently, he's been definitely getting on the radar. Of people, so the people are bringing like attention to like our little bubble, right? Doc Dark, you have to throw up there. Cowboy, you have to throw up there now as well. They get seen. So,
like I always said, like if one makes it in your bubble, your network, you all make it in a sense. Because if you all network together, talk together, socialize together, you're gonna make it anyway. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. But Jers, I know you wanted to end at an hour. We're a little bit over. So tell us what's coming up next. And anything we didn't tell us. The floor is yours.
Yeah, well, again, unfortunately I was trying to plan for the new year to create content, keep going, but like everybody else, works gets in the way, family and stuff like that. And I just want to game up a little bit without worrying about, because I'm the director, producer, editor, the whole 9. That's me on my channel, like a lot of people. But like I said, it takes about like 4 or 5 hours, maybe 7 hours of video if it takes that much with editing and stuff like that I want to do. So it's really intimidating sometimes, but I'm gonna try to get back to it. So me and Cloud have a show Saturday on his channel. We're gonna be talking about the showcase, even though it's a few days off. But I like I just skimmed through it a little bit. I didn't even really watch it. So I just like tomorrow after work, I'm gonna watch it up and really get my thoughts in with Cloud on Saturday. But for Chill Gaming, I'm gonna write down some things I want to write down and get my format going. Create some intros, some outros. Try to get the right audio for everything. Try to get the right format for the videos I want to put together. So hopefully it'll work within the next month and get it back on track and everything.
No, well, I'm looking forward to it, Jers. And I see you, Crystal. I see you, David Wilson. We're just about to end it right now, but thank you for coming by. I need a game with y'all. I need to start gaming with more people again. But no, thanks. So I will be linking to that to Tech University, because that's where you'll be on Saturday talking about some stuff, as well as to your channel, Jers.
Yep.
And for me, y'all, I will be back next week with another guest. This Sunday, though, I may not be back in time. So like I have to go do some random house stuff this Sunday. So if I am back, I will be gaming most likely The Wolf Among Us, trying to finish through that game. But if I'm not, I'll put it in my community post that I'm not back. So I'll let y'all know. But next Thursday, I will be for sure back gaming. So thank you for that. But Jers, thank you so much for coming on the show. I know we went over. This has been super fun. And yeah, any last words?
Well, yeah, I just want to thank you for having me on. I know you did ask me a couple of times, and I do apologize I couldn't make it before, but I will try to be on people's shows when they ask. It's just I should have came on, but man, I went home and fell asleep.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah, final thoughts. You know what I mean? Game up, be happy, enjoy your content, socialize, network with a lot of people, because you don't know what they're capable of. One day you could have 0 subs, the next day you could have 1 million. You never know. The journey's there to obtain, as everybody.
Yeah, definitely. And I see your Raven. Thanks for coming by as well. And I could not use so many gems in here, inspirational gems. If y'all want to hear them, just go back and listen to it. Jers was chopping all sorts of like just inspirational things throughout his gaming journey. But with that, y'all know it's that time where I say, I don't care where you game, how you game, why you game, when you game, what you game on, how long you've been gaming. As long as you're gaming, you're good with me. And as always, this is Purple Haze, and the proof is in the plane. All right, take care, y'all.
Bye-bye.